talking to you about Pinterest analytics. I was just in Pinterest analytics today doing a training for my program, Smart Pin Pro, and I noticed that things have changed. This is kind of one of the guarantees in life, in the world, and definitely on social media is that things are going to change. So I'm going to walk you through where to find the data that you need, what has changed, and some cool stuff that is there inside. So let's jump right in and get started. So I'm going to go share my screen. I'm looking at my other screen. I've got two different windows here. Okay, so this is when you come into Pinterest, it automatically, if you have a business account, automatically dumps you in the business hub. Now, if you don't have a business account, why are you watching this? And I'm not trying to be mean, but if you have a business and you want to get traffic with Pinterest, you got to have a business account because it's what turns on analytics and it gives you a bunch of tools that you can use for promoting your business and making decisions about your business. It doesn't mean that you have to buy ads. I don't buy ads. I do everything organically. So it doesn't mean any of that. It unlocks a lot of tools. So really important, if you have a personal Pinterest account and you haven't yet converted it to a business account, make sure that you do that because you might have heard like some stuff about like there's some juju around like, oh, keeping your personal account, not having it be a business account. Like that is an Instagram myth or thing apply to Pinterest, right? Your business, use a Pinterest business account. And then all this stuff turns on. So if you don't have a business hub, it means you don't have a Pinterest business account. So make sure that you turn that on. And real quick, before we get started, if you guys are watching this on Facebook, I have a little link here, smartpinpro.com/name for you to go to, and then you can update your name inside this software I use called Restream. And then it allows me to see who is leaving comments live so that I can interact with you. Otherwise, it says like Facebook user or something like that. And that just sounds really bad. So change that up. I'm going to click here and have a little link here, smartpin.pro/map. If you guys have not joined my program, SmartPin Pro, and you have not gotten my Pinterest traffic roadmap, make sure that you go to this link and get my guide. I think it's like 9 pages or 11 pages of really great info about Pinterest. And then you'll get on my email list and you'll get emails from me. All right, so let's go take a look at Pinterest analytics. So this looks the same, right? This looks the same as what we used to have. And it seems like everything's all, happy there. And you can see I legit do not buy ads. In case people wanted that. Oh, somebody wants to do a partnership. What? All right, we'll see what that is. I don't know. I don't have high hopes. All right, so let's see. We've got impressions and all this stuff here. So I can get there from analytics overview. I can click that little square that pops out. See that little square guy right there. You can see my top pins. I can see all kind of happy stuff here. Oh, these must have been ads. These are really old. Okay. All right. So here we have the overview and it's like, wait, everything that was on this column over here that we used to do is gone. That's okay. Here's where you find it is in this part called more filters. So this part's pretty similar to what used to be, right? You can adjust last 30 days, custom 90 days. You can pick the type of content. You can pick the format. Like I want to see how my idea pins are doing, especially now that they have links. That's actually what we just did as a training on that today. And so I can click that. But if I want to see more stuff, right? I want to see only pins from my claimed domains. I want to see maybe only pins from my online Shopify store versus my blog, right? So I'm going to want to click this more filters button right here in the middle. And it bumps out what used to be in that left-hand column. It bumps it out here from the side. So now I can have my date range, my content, my format, right? The same stuff that's up at the top. And now we get these audience filters, right? We can do by device, age. We have content filters, claimed account. If you are lucky enough to have claimed your Etsy and YouTube before they took that away, then that's awesome. And Instagram as well. So here I'm just going to do from my domain. I'm just going to let's do other people's pins, right? And data include saved pins. So here, include stats for pins you save that do not link back to any of your claimed domains. So that would be my pins that I created from other people, but it wouldn't I don't know how that would work because I'm only looking at stuff from my claimed account. So whatever. So we'll apply. And these stats aren't supported by one of your filters. Source other pins. Okay, sure. So that doesn't seem right. All right, let's look. Maybe they're still working on stuff. All smartphone DIY, all. Oh, idea pins. Okay. Format all. That's what I was like, really? It's that bad? I'm like, oh my God. All right. So impressions are down, whatever. Like people get so upset about the stats being like in the red. It's not a big deal. But that's how you can adjust all of your stuff there. Okay. Total impressions, and here it's impressions. And then you can click and start looking at, okay, what those are my top pins. Awesome. What are my top pins for outbound clicks? And we can start doing that analysis. And now it's starting to look a lot like the Pinterest analytics that we had just a little while ago, right? Our top boards for impressions, for engagements, for outbound clicks. Oh, why is this one not number one and this one's number one, right? So like if I want to get more outbound clicks, I might pin to this one over here that's doing really good. It's a group board actually. But it's a very curated group board with high quality content creators. So one of the things that I really like about this is that we can export. Okay. So you can take your data and you can export it in a CSV. We're going to put this in desktop, delete when done. If you don't have a folder like that, like you totally should. Now, we used to get a lot more analytics in this. I want to see what they're doing right now. I hate Excel. It's so stupid. I might just go put this in Google Drive. Oh yeah, it's not giving it to us. Darn it, I'm bummed. I was hoping that they might be giving us better data, but they're not. We used to be able to export like a whole list of, oh, here it is. Here's the pins. There we go. Yay, that's what I was looking for. All right, so now we can export the data, right? This is the top boards. And then we can look at, oh, see, that's on Amanda's account, right? Because she's like super awesome. And we can start looking at all that different data from here and we can start sorting it and we can start doing analysis and stuff, right? Instead of just having to do things visually. Again, we can look at our top pins here, right? And this is stuff that I teach in my program how to track it. But the export button is always really, really handy for getting deep into the actual numbers and performance if you want to get into that super duper nitty gritty. Conversion Insights is for if you have a shop. I do not have a shop on this account, but this can be pretty handy. Now, what I noticed is when I'm comparing this data with the Shopify data or whatever platform, WooCommerce or whatever, it doesn't always line up. And it might just be because they are measuring things slightly differently. So just know that as you are tracking, it might not line up. The other thing is that they made Pinterest trends a little bit easier to get to from here. And sorry, I'm watching the cats outside. And so we can start looking at Pinterest trends and, going, okay, where does this overlap what I've got, blah, blah, blah. We start doing our research here. And then Pinterest Predicts is also very easily accessible from there. So that's what the new analytics looks like. There's different stuff you can click around and just try, but all the stuff that used to be over here on the left hand side is now under the more filters button, and that's probably the biggest change that I've seen here so far. All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. There we go. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions about this, if there's stuff like, hey, I want to know how to do this, hey, I can't find something, hey, it changed again, leave me a comment and I would love to create an update. I'd love to also talk to you about it. We can always continue this conversation in the comments even after this broadcast is no longer live. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you go grab that roadmap over at smartpin.pro/map, and I will see you guys here again soon.